Hi, Libra. Happy Taurus season. Happy spring. Ooh. Ooh. In a sign, Taurus, that is also ruled by Venus. This month is very prosperous as long as you stay you, as long as you understand that coming into balance or finding that calm place of peace before you make decisions. Air and water, or water and fire, get a lot of flack, but also a lot of attention for being reactive. And I know that I've talked about those things with those specific elements with the signs, but air is also can be very reactive too. And when you, with everything that you've learned and everything that you've learned about how you make decisions and what's the best way to make decisions, this month is really going to ask that part of you to be really clear on how you intend to move forward and how you keep that understanding of how you make decisions, that understanding of how you weigh the scales, and using that towards abundance, towards resting, being able to make certain moves, make certain decisions, make the specific connections that you've made, and to allow that to start, that energy that you've already put there, those decisions you already made, to start to carry out like the wind. So a certain flow, but this flow is very feminine. It's very, what I would say, yin. It's allowing yourself to not to control the way this process is going right now and for the rest of this month. It's kind of like my hair. It looks different days, and some days I can flow with it and other days I can. I know it's a very superficial example, but I think it's the best one right now because your hair is also to do with your nervous system. So the more that I allow my hair to flow in its natural way and not try to really manipulate it at all, it starts to feel fuller, thicker, it grows differently. The more, hold on, there's sirens. The more that I can play out its strengths. So my hair is soft. I'm gonna keep going with this example for now. My hair is very soft, and I have a lot of it. My hair never used to be this way. There's a time where I didn't take care of it the way I do now, and there was a time where it was really short. So I've had many different styles, I've had many different versions, and I've had to commit to the process of it as well. And I can say that for many other things in my life, including reading tarot and learning the study of myself, learning about myself, learning about how I work in relationships, learning where I need to speak up, yet be non-reactive. So non-reactive, saying something, being heard, because of being non-reactive, because the decision to not make a decision based off of something that karma, for example, cannot use. So it's like using life for yourself rather than against yourself. There are certain times where there are just consequences of our actions every time. And I use karma because yes, there's karma for certain things. Yes, we come into this life with some amount of karma But then when you learn that you're creating it for yourself to a certain extent, it's becoming very honest with yourself about what you're willing to commit to and committing to what you say, who you say you are, who you want to continue to become. And this month gives you a relaxed version of that. Everyone in Taurus season has an opportunity to see their own natural intelligence evolve. Use it wisely. To commit to that. Because Taurus season is very magical. Taurus are in a very, just like you, a just very big pivotal change in a place in their lives. It's just, it looks different, of course. And if you're someone with both of those placements, then this is a very powerful time for you. It's also an important time to commit to what you've learned. And to know that you've learned. And to know that you've learned. And you have something to say. And you have something to share. And it's how you share it. Because I know that we can sometimes say things as if we told someone once so they should remember it. Not everyone's like that. And there are things you're going to have to repeat. There are skills and there are ways that you'll have to communicate over and over again. So it's about getting comfortable with that tone of voice. It's almost like how a singer learns a song in the certain way that they're singing it. And it's cool to hear them change it up depending on where they're at in their life or if they're feeling it more, so live versions of songs. But the melody, the infrastructure of the sound stays intact. So there are times where people switch up the tempos and make a sad song seem a little happier or vice versa. This is not to confuse people, right? That's okay if other people want to do it, but for you, your remedy is, yes, to use your kind nature, especially towards yourself and towards the most intimate places right now, because Taurus season is greatly related to intimacy and sensuality, where its opposite is Scorpio, so it's sexuality more so. And Taurus is very sexual and very seen that way as well, though it just looks different. There's just like a slight difference that changes everything. So a slight change in your tone, a slight change in the way that you approach something and how you speak and how you act moving forward, Taurus season has the opening for you. The opening, as long as you're able to see it clearly. So if you allow yourself to be in this place that's very authentically yourself, that doesn't need to do more this month, that can indulge in the pleasures of being with yourself and enjoying the abundance coming to you that you know is coming to you, that the flow, what you've worked hard on, the communication skills that you're going to grow stronger. There is something coming in, and it could be in terms of a lover. So there could be a romantic situation coming in to your life, and you have to be able to see that. And in order for you to see that, it's knowing that the world is open for you, for what you want. It might be exactly what you want, but are your eyes open? Because the bottom of the deck, you can also be stuck in indecision, which will reveal a different process. So let's not go there. But to bring that up, to remember that that's what can happen. So it's important to groom yourself. It's important to have courage while not being reactive, but asking the questions, saying the thing that is going to hit directly, being really clear and direct, yet very yourself, is an opening for this could be a romantic situation. And it can also be another romantic situation. It could be someone who you are paired with very nicely and wants the same things in life as you do. It could be a Capricorn. This is a water sign, but it could be a combination of both, or someone who is very similar and has those qualities. And you have to be able to see it and accept it when it comes your way. And you do that by being yourself. So again, another Libra sign that shows up here. So being soft and gentle this month and using that feminine side of yourself. And not holding back at the same time. So lots of balance, but at the same time, just staying non-reactive will help you just be there naturally. So that is what really relays here, because there's lots of twos as well. So the Justice cards has a sword and the scale. The High Priestess has the 2 pillars, and it's also the Roman numeral symbol 2, the 2 of Cups. You're able to be prepared for any decision you have to make moving forward, coming into Gemini season, for the way you want your life to go. This is a very simple, efficient time that you can have right now to do a lot, but yet not physically, but do a lot with how you simply, clearly, and effectively communicate with yourself, with God, the universe, the creator, whatever you call that part, that higher power. All of that is being really clear and direct and honest. And I believe that we've talked about this a lot, so you don't have to put too much weight in things that aren't clear and direct with you right now. You know, Taurus season wants you to clear up any doubt that you have in yourself moving forward, and really showing forth and committing to that part of you that understands, knows, and has something to say about what you've learned through this Venusian time. Who you want to learn this with next. So both spiritually, mentally, it's like an alignment is coming together for you. You're coming back into real alignment with your values, what you need mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's all connected. And this month allows you to harness that more so that you can really build off of it and keep going with this structure as you move forward and move things along into prosperity, and learning that the energy of patience, that you're not just waiting, and even though that maybe other people around you think that that's what you do, but you're gauging something and you're learning something too. So this is a very yin month where there is a lot of grounding, non-reaction, that allows you to see the deeper aspects of your process come out. So another layer, when you finish the cycle, another layer shows up. And it'll make more sense when we look at the cards. So we'll do that. Happy Taurus season. Spring. Link to book a reading with me one-on-one is below. Then check back for the extended Patreon link, which will be clarifying all of these cards with the rest of the deck, or most of it, depending on what happens. Just check back for that link because it might not be up the same day as I post the video. We'll take a look at the cards in the second part of the reading. And that's it for now. All right, Libra, I love you, and I'll see you in Gemini season. Libra. Okay. You are you, and you are able to do a lot of yin and harnessing, and are finally coming to a place where you can settle in this, what you've been learning about being able to allow yourself to receive more and to not be reactive, but be productive when you respond. Because when you move this way, your energy shifts. So people are going to listen to you no matter what, because they're so engaged with how well you're committed to what you're doing, saying, being. So that's the alignment. Like, what is alignment? It's who you're being, how you're acting, what you're saying, and your actions following in many different places. Though what you're learning, it has a lot you're going to need to talk about, because that's what's going to help bring the money, bring the abundance. That's what's going to give way to it too, is to talk about it and let it carry. It's like, how does anything become greater or known? You talk to about it someone, they talk to about it to someone else. That's the air. That's the way it can carry. You say one thing, it gets carried away. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean like you get carried away, but it just gets carried away in the wind. Alignment is made and connected with. This also could be, some of you could be getting married or engaged or deeply committing to someone, even a Taurus or a Gemini. Someone could like really pronounce their love to you too. So like some of you out there are going to experience that. The Venusian quality of this is revealing to you that the doubts that you have about love and money, which Venus rules, shows up in your life in the larger scale of things. So as you move into this place of becoming more physically wealthy too, it's important to consistently, every time the doubt comes up, to remind yourself to be stern and strong and compassionate. And anyone who's doubting you, so if these are the doubters, you don't need to listen to them right now, especially if it's not productive for you. You know when you're in a productive space to take on feedback. Allow yourself to sit with it like you do. There also might be suitors who are trying to who want you, who want to give to you. It could be a Capricorn. But this is about you standing your ground. You begin to commit to this alignment of yourself. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. And you get noticed because of it. It's important to free yourself from the expectation of the destination. And I know that one all too well. And to really be a part of the ride and the build and the movement and the abundance and the wealth and the prosperity. That all comes in time. It's important to not get under Saturn's ring in the Capricorn way, where you get too caught up in work because of what it's bringing you. A full life, abundant and prosperous life, also has the people that you care about, the love, the play, yes, the commitment, the honor, the respect. It's all of it. And you're aligning to that greater energy for you. And that will carry away, and you'll reap what you sow as you continue to sow. Okay? I'll get right into the extended, which will be up on Patreon. The link will probably be posted after same day, but after, so you'll have to check back for that. There's a tier for every sign. I love you, Libra. This month is a loving, prosperous one, and a reminder of how far you've come. And to be honest and straightforward and direct with anyone who approaches you about love and money moving forward. Okay? We'll see you next month in Gemini season. I love you and have a happy spring.